Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here and welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Gamer Heroes. So it's preview day for the event with an alliteration for its name, Fennec Fright Fest. It also happens to be a Fire Slayer event. Now there's no event video that showcases the deck in action, but it does contain a mechanic that we're quite familiar with. So I'm just going to be taking a look at the cards today in this episode. We're going to talk about mechanics here, and we're going to talk about some of the special cards that we have not yet seen, specifically the Fennec that you can get on tier 4 of the main pack here. So let's take a look at the cards. We're going to get started with the Soul Thresher, which is the main event card. Now this is a dual class card of Special and Cursed, but it only gets powered by the Special Intensity. If you take a look at the battle skill, it'll create one Firepower Gem 1 and an additional one for every 10 stacks of Special Intensity. It has a cooldown of 7 turns and charge rate of 9 gems. The last time that we saw a similar card was in a light creature deck, the Ivar, but this is paying homage to the original Halloween deck where the Mummy was the ultra rare card that had this exact same mechanic. It does have a passive as well that increases the hero's health by 35%, so overall you're going to have a beefier team with this setup. Next, we're going to take a look at the Masher collection card, which is Alex, Rider on the Storm. Alex is a developer for the network team, and so congratulations to him for getting himself on the card here with a band hammer no less. Now his battle skill will create one Firepower Gem 2 and an additional one for every 10 stacks of Special Intensity, so this matches the Primal Guardian's abilities from the light creature deck. His passive is a little better, will increase the hero's health by 50%. So far these two cards, they don't actually have any damage boost and they don't have any heal, but they do have higher health. We're going to take a look at the support and the ultra rare cards because that's where you're going to get the additional healing for this particular deck. The name of the support card is Pumpkin Queen, and besides Domi, she's my favorite fire support card of all time. Not only is her artwork really great, but her battle skills and passive abilities make this card truly a great card to have. She'll heal for 300% recovery and dispels all buffs on enemies. The list of buffs include Absorb, Armor, Counterattack, Dodge, Drain, Fear, Judgment, Might, Regen, and Thorns. Now we do have cards that can dispel each of these individually, but never have we had a card that can use a battle skill to clean all of these in one shot. So it's a really good card to have, whether it's a fire deck like this one or any other deck in the future. Her passive ability will create 4 fire gems and 1 firepower gem 1 for a total of 5 gems total every 2 turns. So now we also have a card that can passively create gems like a relic without needing one. And so with a couple of these cards, you can actually get pretty good damage with this particular setup. So that makes this card a really good addition to your deck for sure. And if you take a look at the ultra rare card, the Baleful Bride, you'll notice that she is a more powerful version of the support card. Having the same battle skill and passive ability with better stats, it makes this card a better complement to the deck instead of a required and a must-have for the deck to work. Now, given that she is an ultra rare card, she does have additional passive ability, and it's called Haunting and Rage. So if there's 25 Firepower Gem 1s or higher on the board, she'll be enraged for 3 turns and will increase the attack by 160%. Now, this isn't a increase that is going to be increased based on intensity. It's a flat increase, but it will make the team overall more powerful. But again, as I said, this card is not a must-have for the deck, but it's a good additional complement. Now, finally, we have Funicula, which is a card that's available in tier 4 of the main event pack. This is a Warden card, and it also has a special leader skill where it will give you 400% damage and health for all fire heroes and creates 2 Firepower Gem 4s every single turn. It does also heal for 500% recovery, so that makes it a pretty well-rounded card to have. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this card is because it is something that will be available only for this event and only available against a haunted boss. So if you do choose to get this card, note that it's not going to be available, or at least you're not going to get the leader skill for all bosses, and it will not be applicable after this event. I personally like this card for the deck building purposes, but I know that it's only for this event. So I want to make sure that you are aware, if you go for this, that it's only available against haunted bosses and not afterwards. Now, people often ask me whether or not this deck is worth investing in, and I think that this particular deck as a whole is a good solid deck, but it's not overpowered by the standards of other decks that we've seen. If you have a combination of the support card and a event card and a master collection card, you'll already have a deck that is capable of making a full board of power gems, and that can give you sufficient damage to deal with bosses in general and also do relatively well in future events. And the ultra rare card is not a requirement here, so that it's also a relatively cheaper and more budget friendly deck to be able to build. If you're able to get the Master Collection card, then that's going to give you an advantage because you'll be able to start with Power Gem 2s there. Relics will become an issue and intensity is going to be more difficult. So what I'm going to do in the next episode is we're going to take a look at the different ideas around the different number of cards that we can use to try and build different decks and see how it works. So till then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.